Hey guys, welcome to Banished Wings. You notice this is Season 2. That's because the server has done a reset. The owner decided to start over, and so that means that my turtle castle, the guardian farm, all that unfortunately is gone. So we're starting over. Now, let's see if I can get it to pop up. Sure, now it's not going to pop up. Oh, there it goes. See where it says Turtleville Settlement in the bottom? That's because we have installed Towny. Will, the owner, has added Towny to the server. So, it's different. It's definitely different. I have claimed a little plot. Excuse me, I want to get that cow into my pen here because I could really use some cows. I'd like to build a... perfect. I'd like to build the cow breeder and cooker that I have on... which server is it on? Biffacraft. Geez, sorry guys, that was a brain fail. Oh, finally getting a little bit of sugarcane here. I'm getting a little bit of lag. That's kind of normal when a server first starts up because it's still generating a lot of things. I'm actually going to replant these just to get sugarcane faster. Eventually I'll build a sugarcane farm. I'm going to be doing some redstone this time around. Similar to what I've done on Biffacraft, and I'm starting to do some things on Craft Theory as well. I'm not happy with Towny, quite honestly, mostly because I just don't know how to make it work yet. I did claim this little plot. You can see I've got a row of torches here. I mean, I've got torches all over, but that torch right there in the corner, though two up on the house, that torch right there, and this torch. Within this little space is basically my claim for Towny. I have not yet figured out. It's still, even though I've claimed this land, it won't let me sleep. And I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. It says I don't own the land, but this is, when I walk around, when I step outside this boundary, it says I'm in the wilderness. When I come back in it, it says I'm home. So I'm not really sure, and it does say I'm the mayor, which whatever that means. I'm still figuring it out, and I'm talking to Will. I'm still learning how this whole thing works. This is just my initial little hidey hole. I do have a mine going on down there. I do intend to build. I haven't seen a lot of mobs, which is unusual for this server. Usually we're just overrun with the things. And it might be because I've been down in the mine quite a bit, and it's pretty lit up down there already. I've been mostly branch mining, so most of my mine's pretty lit up. And you can see my area is pretty lit up right here in the general area, so I just might not be seeing as many mobs. I've gathered a few animals. I'm still trying to get another chicken. I've only got one chicken. The bunny just kind of jumped in there. I don't actually care to have a bunny, but whatever, he can hang out. He's not doing any harm. So I planted all these trees. That's what I've been farming trees. You can see I got a huge oak over here. I might just leave that because I really like that oak. That is a cool looking tree. I have a patch of pumpkins. I didn't plant these. These were here when I moved here, so I just left them here. I may eventually, farm them and so on. But yeah, as you can see, I've planted a few trees and so on. And I've got an extreme hills right behind me. I've got a plains and a birch forest. So it's kind of a nice little area. And I have already been down in the mines. That's been, I've been mining quite a bit. I've got about 4 or 5 stacks iron stashed away already. I do have a couple stashes already because this is a PvP server. PvP is allowed, which is why I'm not showing my coordinates. I'm not that hard to find. Again, I'm closer to spawn. In the beginning of Banished Wings, you guys may remember last season we had a base and it got griefed. With Towny, the whole idea of Towny is that we won't get griefed. Whether or not that's true with Towny is completely beyond. And see, even half of my house is outside. I can switch back and forth between wilderness and home. And unfortunately, my chests are outside, so I have to get these moved. I know I don't have a ton of stuff, and I do have some stuff stashed that is in my settlement, which is supposed to stop griefers from stealing your stuff. Whether or not that's going to work out, I really like this spot, and I've already started to get established, so I really hate to leave this area now. especially since I can't sleep the nights away. I've got that there. So I've got a hole here so the zombies can't break my door down. It is a hardcore server. If a zombie is not at the same level as the door, okay, if the zombie has to stand down here, he can't break the door. Even if I put a half slab in there, then he won't be able to break the door. But if he was standing here, where he's level with the door, then he can break it. That's why in fact, I should throw a half slab in there. I would if I had anything to make a half slab out of. I did, oh yeah, you can see, crap, too many buttons. I did cook up some stone in preparation for building. Oh, and I've also been to the Nether. I raided another fortress. Loaded right up on saddles, holy saddles for days. So I will be probably selling saddles to other people on the server. Because we have just, that way I can just run in and out and I don't have to like, I'll get that little jog as I run in and out, but at least it won't be, I don't have to jump every time. So yeah, anyway. Yeah, I have saddles for days. Like I said, I have them stashed away. I have a few diamonds, not a ton. Enough to have a diamond chest plate. But, you know, I didn't want to get too carried away, and I have enough to, obviously, to make a pick. Excuse me, I was grabbing a drink. So I haven't been playing a ton on Banished just because I've started playing Craft Theory and I'm also playing on Bifacraft, and those two are taking up a fair amount of my time. But Banished was my first server and I'm not likely to leave it unless something really diabolical happens. I am probably going to play on Banished forever. I really do like this server. I'm not thrilled with Towny, but the more I get to know the how it works and so on, I might come to like it more than I do now. Like I said, it's just different, and I don't like change, and I'm not happy that I lost all my hard work on my stuff that I had done in the other world. But Minecraft is all about change. You know, it's easy to get all, oh, you know, and a perfect example is Minecraft. And, you know, watching how that server has changed and, you know, people have left and people have, you know, the server has changed. And, you know, and recently it's actually not had a lot of activity, which makes me really sad. It's one of my favorite series to watch is like BWO is one of my favorite YouTubers. That's where I started watching YouTube. That's what really got me into YouTube, was watching the Mindcrackers play. But you know what? Things change, guys, and people who've played this for 5, 6, 7 years, you gotta cut them some slack. They're tired. You know, and as much as I love Minecraft, I can understand how people get tired of playing the same game. You can see I've been down in the caves. There's some openings that lead into the caves, and they're lit up. So at any... Oh, there's a spider. And a skelly. Let's go see if we can hunt some monsters just for giggles here. There's a nice skelly over here. There's a nice spider. There's a cow in the cave. There's a cave cow. Silly cow. What are you doing? I actually need arrows pretty badly. Come on. Let me get up there and shoot you, jerk. Or shoot you. Hit you with my sword. I'm actually kind of... Really? There. Turkey. Hi. You want some of this too? Hey, I got an arrow. Yay. I have a bow. But I don't have any arrows because I haven't really had a lot of chickens. That's why I'm not going to kill that chicken. I want to get more chickens so I can breed them, you know, so I can get more feathers. Excuse me. So at any rate, yeah, you know, these guys had been playing the same game for 5, 6, 7 years. It's tough to keep up the enthusiasm for that long, and I can understand why some of them have moved on, and not all of them. You know, Vintage Beef still plays Minecraft. BWO's actually getting back into. I just saw his first video on a new server last night, and that was a blast. I'm so excited to see him playing multiplayer again. Generic B has a new series started up. I'm really excited to see that happening. So Minecraft is far from dead. I you know, every so often I read bloggers or I hear people talk, oh, Minecraft's dead, nobody can play Minecraft. Oh, bull. Minecraft is one of those games that's just eternal. You know, it's a game that keeps growing and changing, and I don't see it dying out anytime soon. And it makes me happy to see that. You know, I really love this game, and I think a lot of people do. And, you know, not everybody. Minecraft isn't for everybody. I know there are a lot of YouTubers that don't play Minecraft, and that's fine too. There's a lot of games out there. Different people play different things. There's nothing wrong with that. So, at any rate, guys, the reason I came back to Banished, it's like I said, this is my first server. This is the first server I played on. This is the first server that gave me a shot as a YouTuber. I mean, when they found out I did YouTube, and at first I was not doing this, and I'm still not doing this, thinking I'm gonna make a 100,000 person, how do you call them, subs. I'm not gonna have the 100,000 sub channel and be actually I can quit my day job and do YouTube. I'd love to. The more I do this and the more I play, the more I enjoy it. And if I could do my dream job, I probably would make YouTube videos. That would be an amazing way to make a living. But I recognize that I don't have the presence, the energy. These guys that make YouTube videos full time, and girls, and do this for a living, nothing but respect for those guys. Honest to Peter, I've never seen. It's just like acting. It's just like any creative outlet, but it taps into. See, I'm a writer. That's what I do. That's what I've always done. Since I was a little girl, I've always been a writer. Since I could hold a pen, quite honestly. I see a spider in here. Oh, I see a couple spiders. Hello, spiders. Would you like to give me some string? I would like to get some string from you. At any rate, writing is what I do, but it taps into a completely different. Neither one of them gave me any string, the jerks. A completely different energy than YouTube. It takes a lot of energy to get on here, and even today, for me to make a video, I had to think, okay, what else do I need to get done? What do I have time to do? And I'm only going to tape for about 20 minutes. It's not like I'm going to play for hours. So these guys that do this for a living and who play, not just Minecraft, but other games, and play like, what on earth? Somebody's been through here, because there's blocks. Then they must have left the chunk and it unloaded, so the blocks are still here. That's interesting. Oh, looks like there were some zombies. At any rate, yeah, I might move further out, just because Towny was supposed to stop griefers, but if I can't figure out how to make it work, it's not going to do me a lot of good. So I may end up moving. Hello, bunny. Further out from where that's a nice ravine, though. Look at that. But there's lots of goodies down. Oh yeah, look at all the iron. Holy cow. Lots of goodies down there. Yeah, see, this is such a nice area. Oh, there's I was going through them in my mind. Zombie, creeper, skeleton. It's a creeper. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a creeper. It's the splody kind. But at any rate, these guys that do YouTube, the energy is incredible. And it's just amazing. And I love watching them. But I recognize that I probably do not have that level of energy and that talent. Oh, little bunny. Hello, little bunnies. There's a couple of them. So, and that's fine. I don't have, I don't have any problem at all admitting that. I am a writer. That's where my talent is. And I think knowing that I'm already good at one thing. Ooh, tulips. I like those. Sorry, I get distracted so easily. Having that confidence of knowing that I've already been very successful as a writer. It's what I do for a living. And I love it. I write mostly freelance. I write a lot of social media, blog posts, business to business marketing stuff. And I love what I do. I really do. Not so much the marketing aspect of it. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a salesperson. It's just not what I do. But the communication and finding value in, getting to know a brand, finding the value in the way that it's run and the values that drive a brand forward, and then being able to communicate that to people and help them understand what this company or person or whatever is offering. It builds jobs. It helps support companies that, support our economy. And it's actually, there's a lot of value in it that I kind of lose track of that sometimes, because marketing just makes me tired. It's a lot of hype and hot air, but when it comes down to it, their marketers do the same thing I do. They just do it with a lot more energy. And So, but yeah, being good at something already. And I am at least an articulate and competent writer. You wouldn't tell sometimes to listen to me talk. Sometimes when I stumble over my words, or I lose my train of thought, or I get distracted. See, on paper, when that happens, I can go back and edit that. When I'm just talking, not so much. It's kind of hard to edit when you can edit video, obviously, but, I don't edit myself when I talk. I just kind of ramble on. I'm just wandering around having a look at the landscape. Some more pumpkins there. And I really like this spot. I hate to move, but, I may need to move. I know Winged Panther's already on here. We were talking last night. He's something stupid like 20,000 blocks out from spawn already. I'm only a couple hundred blocks out. So I would be super easy to find where I am right now. And it may be wise for me to move my base out to, northeast Nowhereville. The only downside of a PvC totally. Sorry, I've been writing about perforated pipes, so PVC is on my brain. Those are the plastic pipes that you make plumbing out of. So at any rate, I know Will has moved out like 20,000 blocks. And I also know, some iron. Well, as long as it's sitting right here so kindly, we might as well, wouldn't want to leave it lonely. I'll just cover that up. I know Warrior Girl has started a town already. And Dave, Houston Dave, who had him and his kids had his base right next to mine in season 1. And then we made that really cool. I thought that was a spider. It's just a piece of dirt sticking up. We made that really cool base all together. Those guys have gotten together again, and they've created a town. So I may just end up joining their town and making this like an outpost of the town or something. I don't understand Towny. I'm having a really hard time with it. Figuring out how the commands work and so on. And Mike, Banished Warrior, who has also was involved in getting Towny. Are we back home? Yes, we are. We're just going kind of wandering around. Who's also involved in getting Towny on the server has got no internet right now. So the one guy that could probably explain to me how Towny works and, explain the commands and so on is not around. So I'm really kind of bummed about that. Really hoping that he gets back online soon. Doombot is still around, and I believe he understands Towny. He was the other driving force behind getting it on the server, so I'm really kind of hoping that these guys will come on. If you guys know anything about Towny and you can tell me how to expand my creeper, hello, plot, excuse me, and so on. What is that? Oh, bunny, hello. Jeez, that scared me. I turned around, a creeper in my face. Let's just do a little run job here. See me jump like a maniac. It's just a creeper, for crying out loud. That was funny. Anyway. Just do a little run. I'll be fine. I'm looking for horses. Now that I have a whole pile of saddles, I'd really like to have a horse. So anyway, thinking in a plains biome, I should be seeing them all over the place. But it just depends. It's... I don't know, guys. I may end up moving further. It's a couple of things. I really like that spot. There's some nice features where I've settled, and I just don't want to move way the heck out in the middle of nowhere. I hate doing that. I like being close to spawn, and I'm a little bit spoiled, quite honestly. Whoops. Oh, hi. What on earth is this? Just a water trap, I guess. I'm a little bit spoiled playing on Craft Theory and Biffacraft where there's no griefing, because, we have a nether hub, we have community farms, we have all this really cool stuff that we just can't have on Banished because we get griefers. It's a public server, and we get griefers. Oh, horses. Sweet. Oh, ravine. Not so sweet. I knew there were horses in the area. Nice. There's at least a couple of them. Okay, I'm going to set a home here because I'm way far away from home and I don't have a saddle on me, so there's no point in getting a horse now. Yeah, no saddles on me. Ow. I gotta tell you guys, my hands have been so bad. I don't know What have I got for homes? Whoops. No, that's right. That's what I wanted. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get rid of some of these. I've kept them for how do you call it? Nostalgia. But there was the All of Us Together place. Gone. There was our storage mine. Gone. Let's see. Old. That was my original base. I had a home set there. Gone. Oh, let's see. Ice. I found ice at one point. Get rid of that one. I had a skelly spawner I had found. There was a field out by my castle base that I had built. Let's see. I don't remember why I called that one grass. I had found a desert temple. And actually I'm going to keep the plains. Let me see if it's still one that I'm going to use. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, hi! Oh, that was amazing. Oh, that was funny. Oh, I am the world's biggest idiot. Let's see if it works. Yes! Oh my goodness, that saved my butt. I teleported before I set a home here. I would not have been able to teleport back. That would have been awful. I would have been so salty because I finally found horses. So let's set a home here before I do anything else. And now I have a home and I can come back and find these horses again when I want them. So let's just go home before I teleport to another skeleton. That was amazing. So that's, you know what, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. It's been 20 minutes. We've had a little bit of a walk around the world. And if I can figure out this Towny thing, I am likely to have a house here. I'll just build a little house within the area that I've got marked off that's my settlement. And, you know, keep some of my storage here and so on. And I might still join a town because I really do enjoy the community play. I mean, otherwise, I feel like if I have to come on here and go way the heck out in the middle of nowhere and create a base, I really feel like I might just as well play single player, you know, and I haven't played on my single player world in a while. I might have to go on and do that. You know, but it's just, I like the feel of playing together with other people, and unfortunately, because of griefers, the only way to play that way is on a whitelisted server. And because this is a public server, I like playing a public server because if my channel does grow and I get people that, you know, I'm having so much fun playing with Biffa. I'm having a blast on BiffaCraft, and, you know, he's not on all the time, but, you know, I'm playing with other people that really enjoy his channel, and it's just a community, and it's so much fun, and I would love to build that, you know, with this channel. Like I said, I don't see myself ever doing this full time, or I just don't see that happening. I mean, if it does, that would be amazing, but I don't know, guys. That's huge. That's yeah, I'm getting on for 30 minutes now, so I'm going to try to cut this off a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to try to do more on Banished Wings. I'm going to do some building. I may join a town so that we can get more of that community feel. That's the only thing I don't like about Banished, is I feel like I might just as well be playing by myself. You know, I might as well play a single player if I have to go way out in the wilderness to avoid griefers. You know, I feel like it's no fun that way. So, we'll see. Well, you know, I'll figure out Towny, and I will, like I said, I will likely join Warrior Girl's town. We talked about it once, and I just haven't seen her on to talk to her again. I don't know how to join a town. I don't know how to make this plot thing work. I'm just floundering, and I'll figure it out eventually. But, you know, right now I'm just trying to figuring out how it works and how to make it work for me so I can protect my stuff and still have a decent base and everything. So we'll figure it out. But at any rate, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. Because like I said, I'm getting on for 30 minutes. And I don't want to talk forever. You can probably hear I'm in a much better mood than I have been. I took a month off of the challenge series that I normally do. I usually do, wow, look at that sunrise. The MHC challenge, and also I've been doing base race. I took both of them off for December just because holidays and work and kids, and it was just too much. I couldn't do it. So I'll be getting back to those series. Those will be starting back up in January, I hope. I am going to be doing some other stuff. I'll let you know. As soon as I know where the channel's going to go. I've got a really exciting modded series coming up. I've been invited to join yet another server. But I'm really psyched about it. It's a really cool modded. I've been wanting to do modded again. I really miss B-Team. Hexit was a bomb. It was just too complicated. It was too glitchy, too hard. But I really wanted to get back into another modded Minecraft series, and I believe I've found a modded series that's going to be just a blast. So I'll be sharing some. If you follow me on Twitter, that's the best way to keep up with what's going on and to see what I'm doing and what I'm up to. So if you're interested and you want to see what's going on, definitely follow me on Twitter. There's a link somewhere in the channel. If I can figure out how to do it, I'll put a link in the video. But guys, that's going to be it for today. Remember, it's a big scary world out there. And each other, it's all we got. It's all there is, guys. When it comes right down to the end of the day, trust and believe. Other people, it's all you got. The only real asset that we'll ever have is our relationships. So be kind to one another. Look out for one another. And, remember there are people on the other side of that screen. You're making comments or talking to people. Remember that's a human being you're talking to, and try to act accordingly. So guys, I'm going to call that a day. Hopefully I will have something new for you soon. And I hope whatever you celebrate, whether it's Christmas or not, or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever other holidays are going on this time of year, or if you don't celebrate at all, some people don't. Whatever it is, I'm going to say Merry Christmas because that's what I celebrate. I celebrate Christmas. But by Merry Christmas, I mean whatever holiday you celebrate, whatever holiday you don't celebrate. I just hope that whatever is going on in your life this season, that you enjoy the company of friends and family and all the good things that there are to enjoy in this life. So on that note, guys, I'm going to call this an episode, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.